So the big news of the week, after a torturous 2.5 months of limbo, Donald Trump is finally back in the White House and President of the United States of America. America has really got to do something about the dangerous length of time between when the new president is elected on the first Tuesday of November every 4 years and when they actually get sworn into office in the following January 20. It's not just slow and inefficient, it's actually dangerous. Having effectively two presidents in charge at once for 11 weeks is destabilising, both domestically and internationally. Global geopolitics goes through a very messy time where nobody knows quite what the agenda is going to be, and that can actually lead to perverse decisions and actions by foreign leaders and a tantrum of wrecking the joint and deliberately creating chaos by the outgoing administration and president. I like our system in Australia, the UK and Canada better. Once the people have spoken, that is it. Handover is virtually immediate. Anyway, that's all done now. The big guy's back in the chair and the political left have been losing the plot. Apparently it's undemocratic for them to lose elections. It's undemocratic for the people's will to be implemented by the democratically elected president. It's undemocratic for radical breakthrough quick change to occur, even if that's what the people voted for. Even the Australian newspaper had a headline this week that called Trump the commander in haste. They've been planning all those executive orders for more than a year, folks. Nothing is happening in haste. It's all been well thought out. This is how good management is actually done. Stuff gets done. And it's not just the left in America freaking out. They're also in a tiz here in Australia because they feel that the change that is in the air is really going to affect them. If the left's lies crumble in America, they'll crumble here. Just listen to the leader of Australia's kookiest political party, the Greens, Adam Bandt, tweeting this hysterical nonsense after Trump's inauguration. Donald Trump is a danger to democracy, to peace. He emboldens hate and will make the lives of women, people of colour and queer people harder. He will work to undo hard-fought climate action. Today will be grim for many, but we mustn't lose hope. What jingoistic nonsense. Well, it seems most of Australia has woken up to Adam, the Greens and their screeching silliness. Out of 350,000 views of that tweet, it got only 2,600 likes. And as we say in social media land, it got heavily ratioed. 2,600 likes, but 4,700 comments. That demonstrates engagement, but a very negative view of this infantile take. The award for the best response, I think, goes to Stephen, who tweeted this. Adam Bandt is a danger to democracy, to peace. He emboldens hate and will make the lives of all women and men harder with DEI, racism and trans ideology. But we mustn't lose hope. That one got 5,000 likes off only 21,000 views. Well done, Stephen. Look, all of this outrage at the fact that a new president would dare to act quickly, decisively and with authority reflects the arrogance of the bureaucrat class. And when I say bureaucrat class, I mean the public servants who sit in offices, not the ones who do actual meaningful work like teachers, nurses and police officers out on the front line. The bureaucrats, the rule makers and enforcers whose egos are so out of control that they forget that they're there to serve the people of Australia, not rule over us. The middle management, pen pushers and their lackeys. These people are out of control and they haven't yet realised that they don't make the rules anymore. The power is back where it should be, in the hands of the duly elected politicians who represent us, the people. The bureaucrats who love big government just lost. Not just an election, but their entire woke reign of the past 50 or so years is coming to a crashing end now. And they need to suck it up. The people who pay their wages have spoken. And this isn't Trump 2016, this is Trump 2.0. He knows what their tricks are now. He knows how the bureaucrats will try to undermine and corrupt even well-intentioned leaders. And that is why he's moving fast. There was a brilliant video meme doing the rounds before the election where someone had taken clips of the clowns in the mainstream media all saying that Trump would be an existential threat to democracy. Remember that one? And they simply replaced the word democracy using AI technology to the word bureaucracy. It made things much clearer for us all to understand.
The foundations of American bureaucracy under attack.
They want to destroy our bureaucracy.
We are a bureaucracy in danger.
We're watching an election where people are on the ballot openly advocating the end of bureaucracy.
That's what Republicans are doing, attacking bureaucracy, attempting to destroy bureaucracy, and they're doing it with glee.
This is the end of bureaucracy in America.
When will America stop sleepwalking towards the end of bureaucracy?
Right. It's Democrats versus, as Bill Kristol says, the end of bureaucracy.
Ah, yes, it all makes sense, doesn't it, when you change the word democracy and put in the word bureaucracy. Trump is indeed an existential threat to bureaucracy, as he should be, because that's what the people want and voted for. In free liberal democracies, we are sick of your bureaucracy. And this is a bigger problem in Australia than it is in the United States, folks. The bureaucracy in Australia is insanely out of control. 10% of our population, that's nearly 1/5 of our workforce population, are public servants. We've got 2.6 million Australians employed by the government. So they have to be paid for by the taxes of themselves and the people who don't work for the government. Now, most of them are employed by the state government, many of them in productive roles as police, nurses, teachers, doctors, but there are way too many bureaucrats. There's one pen-pushing bureaucrat for every 3 to 4 nurses and teachers working on the front lines in our country. The inefficiency is hideous. And these bureaucrats don't just take money and resources away from the front lines, they actually make the jobs of those frontline teachers and nurses harder by bogging them down with rules and regulations and paperwork and red tape. That is what is coming to an end in America, and you can bet that the left, the bureaucrat class itself, will be screaming from the rooftops about it, and they'll be doing everything they can to block it. And bureaucrats don't only inhabit the public sector, remember. You'll also find them all over the big corporations in the private sector, particularly in HR and legal departments, making life a compliance hell for anyone trying to do business and actually get stuff done efficiently and effectively, and for those in small business trying to compete with the big corporations. And that is why Trump has appointed business leaders like Elon Musk to clean out waste under that new Department of Government Efficiency. And this stuff has simply got to happen here in Australia too, or our liberal democratic nations will lose out to more efficient authoritarian states like China. Dictatorships are bad, but they're more efficient. Now, if all this talk about economic efficiency and weeding out government waste is starting to sound cold and hard and heartless, please remember that the fat and inefficiency comes at a very big human cost. Every bureaucrat time waster that we employ is sucking up a salary and resources that could go to buying a new humidity crib or better cancer treatment or aged care. The centre-right don't dislike inefficiency and like efficiency just for the sake of it. Ultimately, it's about better outcomes. It's about human outcomes that save lives, that lengthen human lifespans, and most importantly, improve the quality of our life that we all share. The other side doesn't get more than $1 billion of taxpayers' money to bring you news from a centre-right perspective like the ABC does to bring you news from a left-wing perspective. In fact, we don't get a red cent from the government. We need voluntary donors and supporters like you to keep going and growing. And we hate asking for charity, so we've done a deal with what we think is the world's best VPN, virtual private network service. It'll keep you and your family truly safe without slowing down your internet speeds, and you can watch Netflix or other streaming services using your regular accounts with them as if you're viewing from any country in the world. And you can sign up for less than $3 a month and get a whopping 83% off the normal price. Just go to piavpn.com/otherside to sign up and get more info. That's piavpn.com/otherside. That was a segment from a recent episode of our fortnightly news commentary show, The Other Side, with me, Damien Curry. If you liked it, support us. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube right now so you don't miss a thing. It's totally free. Just click that subscribe button and the little bell. And check out our Other Side Unplugged show too, and join our mission to actually do something and change Aussie media for the better at othersidetv.com.au. That's othersidetv.com.au. Check it out now.